From the deep southeast corner of Arizona to the bright city lights of Las Vegas, this is Mackenzie Kimbro, a sixth-generation cattle rancher with deep roots in rodeo too. Embracing our heritage and keeping legacies alive, stay tuned as we showcase shades of our southwestern lifestyle coming together during the NFR. Ranching, rodeo, fashion, and cowboy culture. This is Roots Run Deep, Vegas edition. Hey friends, welcome into Roots Run Deep Vegas edition. I'm your host, Mackenzie Kimbro, and joining me on our very first episode here in Las Vegas at NFR 2025 are three pretty special ladies. The show is, of course, called Roots Run Deep, so when I had the opportunity to interview a mom and daughters, you know we jumped at that. Lisa, Leightin, and Sila are joining me today. They're the gals behind the Front Porch Label and Midwestern merch, and we've got a lot to talk about today. First and foremost, ladies, thank you so much for being here with me. And Lisa, we're going to go ahead and start with you. Give us a little background about y'all's roots in the Western industry.
Okay, well, I think they started the day I was born. So I grew up on a farm just like my kids are doing. We are from the Midwest, a small town in Missouri, and we just kind of enjoy the lifestyle that, you know, NFR and your podcast represent. All things outdoors, livestock. These are all the things that we love and what our brands stand for.
And girls, you have a couple more sisters in the family. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about them. What ages are they and what ages are you guys?
Well, Ivory is 7 years old. She just turned 7, December 3rd. I'm 11, and Ansley's 14.
Okay, and Leightin, how old are you?
I'm 12.
You're 12? This is awesome. So this is a family business here. Lisa, I'd love for you to tell us how the Front Porch Label kind of got its start. I know you have a business degree it's more than just a business degree, but tell us a little bit about how you got started into the Western retail side of things.
Okay, so in 2011, we had our first daughter, and we had also bought a livestock auction. So in my spare time, I decided to start a boutique. It had been a dream of mine. I did major in marketing and merchandising, apparel management from Mizzou in Columbia, Missouri. And so I started the boutique out of a little pink horse trailer. I didn't have a storefront at the time, and I enjoyed going to rodeos and fairs and parades and everywhere else they would have us. And it just kind of grew from there. We grew a large customer base, and I had the store about 10 years. We did eventually open a couple storefronts, and we had a lot of fun doing that. But my kids, my family grew. I had 3 more daughters, and they kept me very busy and continue to keep me busy every evening and every weekend. So we had to do something different. So we sold our storefront, and we started a wholesale line. Yes. So we started designing accessories and small items to have other stores sell as well as our own, and it really has taken off in the last few years.
And it really has taken off. You have that wholesale line where we met at Dallas Market during the Western and English Sales Association Market in August earlier this year. Tell me a little bit about that experience. Was that your guys' first time at Dallas Market, or had you been there before?
I think it was my first time at Dallas Market, but I've been to other conventions with my mom, like not selling. That was our first time selling our body sprays and body lotions, but we have been to other ones too.
Well, that's pretty cool. Dallas Market is a huge building. There's so many people. You're there for almost a whole week. Tell me, what was your favorite part of that experience, Leightin?
I just loved getting to talk to people about our new body sprays and body mists, and I loved getting to shop and just spending time with my mom and my sister. And we got to go to a lot of places and get a lot of food and stuff. So yeah.
It's a pretty fun experience to get to spend that time together, and then also to learn so much about the business. Lisa, I know that's a huge goal of yours in this business, is to keep these girls incorporated in it as much as possible and to really teach them how to run a business, both on the wholesale and the retail side of things. Talk about your heart behind that as you've built it through the years.
Well, we make lots of memories together. So anywhere I go, they're welcome. And if their schedules are open, whoever can come with me does. And so Leighton has been to a lot of events and shows and traveled all over, which is fun. So it was kind of funny that it took her a little bit to think if that was her first time there. But I do love to have them a part of it. They have learned to speak in front of people, which isn't easy.
Right.
And they do learn a lot about running a business and all the details that come along with that. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And even on the marketing side of it, the line of body sprays and body care products, Mighty Fine Western, those are named after the four sisters. Is that right? So talk a little bit about, does each scent kind of go with each sister's personality, or did you guys have a hand in kind of designing those at all?
So we kind of built it off of picking all of our favorite scents out and then giving them to our mom, and it kind of took us a while to pick all of them, and it took a lot of time to make sure that they are perfect for everyone buying them and for us, and now we're starting to make more, so yeah.
Oh, we're expanding the line.
Oh, yes. But they absolutely do represent them, and they did have a part in it. So it's a big dream for all of us, and I'm excited that they're able to be a part of all of the details of the designs and the photo shoots, and they seem to be naturals on social media and stuff like this when their nerves kind of go away,
Oh, definitely. And I mean, we all get nervous. I am a nervous wreck every day before I get up here, just because we all want to do a good job at, what we're coming up here to talk about. Sila, I want to talk to you for a second, too, because you guys were interviewed at Dallas Market for some of their podcasts. You were talking to a lot of the influencers that were coming by and seeing you. Talk a little bit about what you think when you're going into something like an interview, just some of the things that your mom tells you to help you have that confidence when you're being in those discussions.
Well, I feel kind of nervous, and then my mom starts reading off maybe some stuff that started her store, or what we should talk about.
Yeah.
And I kind of just get more confident about the more we talk about, and I like with my sister, I like my mom asking the questions, and then me and my sister trying to answer them, and we're acting like we're already in the interview.
Yeah, that's awesome. Kind of like a practice run before you get into the real thing. That's perfect. And that's something that they teach high-level speakers too. So you guys are right on track. I have no doubt that the two of you and the rest of your family are going to be on this stage again in a couple of years. I heard, besides expanding the line, you also broke ground on a new warehouse location. That means things are going pretty good. So talk a little bit about that.
Well, my mom 3 years ago had a store in Rolla, and
It was in an old house.
Oh, cool.
It had a lot of character, but we've outgrown all of our spaces, haven't we?
That's
So
good.
we are very, very excited for the warehouse. So basically, the spaces that we're at now, because we do ship all of our own products to stores and customers, basically you can't fit in our location because it's filled with product. So we're excited to be able to operate in the location, have the product, and for the kids to be able to spend time in there as well, in addition to shipping and running the business. So
Definitely. And that's something that a lot of people don't even know about. And you guys are getting the firsthand experiences of learning not only how to run a business, but even the distribution side of it, where you see those products from development when you guys are coming up with those ideas, all the way through creating the designs, and then how they get shipped to stores all across the country. This is a wholesale line that is all across the country. What is your range? Where are you across the states, U.S. and Canada, I think, right?
oh my goodness, yes. So we are in the largest Western store in Canada, but we are in the homes of many, many stores that we are so proud to be in. So many farm and home chains, so many local Western stores, an awful lot of boutiques. Pretty much anybody who loves our product or sees potential in it and knows that their customers will love it too. And we don't take any order for granted. We enjoy shipping them and developing the relationships and making that a lasting thing.
Definitely. And I think it's just really special that you guys can do this as a family and that you're really able to learn and grow together. I want to ask you also, because I know you guys do quite a bit of traveling, and there's been some really cool experiences to go and, meet those store owners and get your story into their businesses. What is one of the favorite places that you've gone to be able to do that so far?
well, Probably the Dallas market because I got to tell everybody about our new launch and how we were like just now launching it.
Yes.
And that I was like, I was one of the perfumes, like it's named after us. And yeah.
That's really special. Leighton, was that also one of your favorite places, or is there another place that you loved?
Yeah, that was one of my favorite places, and I just liked it a lot because, like, I get to tell people about me and the new brand we just launched, and it was just really cool.
Oh, that's awesome. So you guys are, of course, in this business right now. It's growing. It's doing incredibly well, and this is a long-term plan. But is there also something else that you want to do when you grow up?
I kind of want to follow after my mom, and I do want to, like, help her in her boutique and stuff. And I would like to go, like, do it with her, but, like, also maybe do, like, on my own, too. I don't really know.
Yeah, we grow the business, branch out, have your side of it too. Sila, what about you? What do you want to do when you grow up?
Well, my mom's always liked design stuff, and I love designing stuff too. So I want to be an interior designer and design like houses, and I want to be a designer like where I design the outside of the house too.
Oh, that's
And,
awesome.
Yeah, I've just always loved designing like my mom.
Do you guys have, like, do you get a say in designing your room at home? Stuff, adding some decorations and furniture and things like that?
Yeah, I actually just redid my room.
Really?
Yeah, and it was really exciting because I got to pick all the new furniture and all the new stuff, and it looks really good.
That's pretty cool. That's a very special thing that you let them be so hands-on in every aspect of what you guys have going. And outside of the business and outside of family life, I know you guys have some pretty fun hobbies. We were talking beforehand, you guys show pigs, you just got rabbits, there's corgis involved, there's a lot of animals. Sila, we'll start with you. Tell us a couple of your favorite animals, and then tell us about the rabbits and what all you have going as a hobby.
Well, my favorite animal is my horse, and I love bringing it to rodeos. I do barrels and pulls on it.
Yep.
And this summer, I just learned goat tying at a rodeo Bible camp, and it was really fun. And now every local rodeo I go to, I love doing pole bending, barrels, and goat tying. And then I also love showing at fairs. And then my bunnies, my sister and my dad went to the feed store to get feed, and the bunnies were there, so they just got them, and they're really cute, and like, yeah.
Have you named them yet?
Well, they look exactly the same, so we don't know how to like tell the difference.
That's okay.
So-
Maybe we'll figure out like a collar or something.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out a cute name. And
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Well, good. We'll keep you posted on that. That'll be breaking news. Leighton, what about you? What do you like to do?
So I love rodeoing, and I did just learn goat tying this summer too at a rodeo Bible camp. And I love like going on my own path and like figuring out my own things and working as hard as I can to get better at things and like rodeoing and sports and different things. And I love getting closer to God and spending my time like just at Bible studies and doing important things. And I love going to like clubs after schools and working hard like in my grades for my grades and stuff. And yeah.
That's really important. Being good at school, and then also, everything that you're learning outside of that, that's going to make you guys what they say is a well-rounded person. You guys have a lot of life experience already at such young ages, and that's something really special. You may not realize it now, but it's something that's really cool, and kudos to you, Lisa, for raising them upright. And of course, you mentioned your faith, Leighton, and that's also so important. That's something that we all, hold near and dear to our hearts, too. It's the foundation of everything, especially in our Western way of life. We got to thank God for the many blessings and learn as much as possible as we go. So that's pretty cool. This is not your guys' first time to Las Vegas. I heard there was a chance here a couple years ago. Who wants to tell me about that?
Oh yeah, so we have came like 3 times. One time we just came like for a family, and we just spent a lot of time here, and like we went to like the NFR and stuff.
Yep.
And then the other time we came was with our horses, and we did the all-in-one barrel race. And Sal probably wants to tell you about that.
Yes.
When we did the all-in-one barrel race, I had my tiny little pony,
Yep.
and we did it 2 days. So you did the barrel race 2 days, and the first day I did it, and my pony was so small that the next day he said it was an overnight sensation, and it was really funny. And then the third time it's this time, and we're gonna have fun. And we're gonna go to the NFR tonight.
Oh, that's really exciting. That'll be fun too, because it's, the first night and they're kicking things off for round one. This is a big year for the NFR being in Las Vegas. They've been here much longer than you guys have even been alive. So it's pretty cool to see those, legends and the champions through the years coming back and being such a big part of it. That'll be a really fun experience for you guys. What else are you looking forward to while you're here? Some good food, maybe? Going and seeing some of the sights?
Yeah, we're gonna do a lot of fun stuff like shopping before the NFR, and we're just gonna do some fun stuff that we maybe haven't done yet.
Yeah.
Las Vegas and stuff.
That's cool. You guys just took a trip too that was pretty special. I saw on your Instagram page. You went to New York City for the Macy's parade and you saw the Rockettes. You guys tell me about that. Sila, tell me some of your favorite parts, and then Leightin, we'll have you do the same.
Well, we were there when it was my birthday. And
Happy belated birthday.
and we went to the Empire State Building and we went 86 floors up.
Wow.
And we saw like the whole city. And then we also went on a boat, just seeing the whole New York. And we saw the Statue of Liberty.
Wow.
And it was really fun.
Leightin, what were your favorite parts of that trip?
I loved just shopping and spending time with my family, and I love seeing the Macy's parade because every single year we watch it at home, and it was really fun. And I did love seeing the Statue of Liberty. It was a lot of fun too. And yeah.
And it was just a great family trip, and for a girls' trip, I think all of you were there. Is that right? Yeah, that's cool. Lisa, what is your goal in getting these girls out and traveling to special events and to things, just making memories and everything that you do?
Well, they're capable of anything.
Yes.
Because they've kind of seen and done it all. But like I said before, I always invite them along to any opportunity I have so that they can experience it and know what it's like, and have their bold personalities where they can take on life and succeed.
Yes. Definitely, and you guys are doing a great job of it already. I do want to circle back to the business as we kind of start to close things out for the interview today. I want to talk about, you have several different sides of it. There's the Mighty Fine Western Body Care, and then there's also the Midwestern merch. And something pretty special happened with HGTV magazine here recently. I think there was a tree skirt maybe in the feature.
Yes. So when we first came out with Midwestern merch a few years ago, we came out with our own designs and patterns. And so our original Aztec pattern was chosen to be in the HGTV November-December issue magazine. So that was very exciting. Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. And the exposure, of course, is great, but something like HGTV, considering that you want to be an interior designer eventually, that's a really cool, platform that's respected, and it's been around a really long time. And who knows, tree skirt today, maybe 15, 20 years from now, you're going to be working for HGTV. Maybe you'll have a show and interior design for a lot of people. Would that be pretty fun? Would you be interested in something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, good. Well, we're training her up right to be on TV. This is one of her first TV appearances, and I'm honored to say that you guys were here. I really appreciate you joining us. Before I let you go, tell everybody how they can, follow along on social media and get a hold of you guys.
You can follow us on the Front Porch Label on Instagram and Facebook, I believe, is Front Porch Apparel and Accessories, and then our website is thefrontporchlabel.com. We try to post frequently. We're always doing something exciting, even if it's last minute. You never know where you'll find us or where you'll see us, but we're always doing something fun.
So many amazing things going on for you guys. Really appreciate you being here with us. Have so much fun tonight at the rodeo and on the rest of your trip here. Lisa, Leightin, Sila, thank y'all. We're going to close out the show for today, but y'all be sure to follow along with them. And of course, if you're a retailer out there that's watching this and you want to carry some pretty dang great Western body care products, get in touch with them. Will you be back at Dallas Market in January?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Perfect. During the West Market in January. Go find them. Go meet these gals. They're pretty special. Now we're going to take you around the Roper Cowboy Marketplace and feature a couple of my favorite businesses that are all small businesses. You can come and shop them here the entire time during the NFR. There's some pretty special people I want to introduce you to, so let's just get into it. Hey friends, welcome back to Roots Run Deep Vegas edition. I'm your host, Mackenzie Kimbro, and I'm here with one of my sweet friends, Megan Lee, the gal behind the brand at Turquiose In Style. This is definitely one that you're going to want to check out if you're here this year for the NFR. Turquiose In Style is honestly the epitome of everything that I think of when I think of you, and you've done a beautiful job building this brand. Megan, thanks for coming on and chatting with us today. I'd love you to get to know everybody at home a little bit here. Talk about your roots and where you come from.
So I'm Megan Lee. I started Turquiose In Style as kind of a passion project, a way to make ends meet, really, and it has grown into something that I never would have imagined. My family was a rodeo family. My dad was a steer wrestler. My mom showed horses and barrel raced. My stepmom is a barrel racer. My brother's a steer wrestler. So I'm very, very rooted in the Western industry. I mean, you can trace my lineage back to Civil War days cavalry. So I grew up eating, sleeping, and breathing rodeo and the Western lifestyle. My grandma and my mom both were big turquoise lovers, and I was always raiding their jewelry box. So it was just kind of, I don't know. I always wanted jewelry and I always loved jewelry. So I started the business, and then was to a point where I was going to have to go get a big girl job again. I had quit my full-time job to be a content creator and worked for some other businesses. And we were actually at WESA in August, and I gave myself 6 months to fully focus on my business and either that or go get a real job. And Here we are. It is my full-time business now. So I'm very, very blessed to be here.
Oh, and that's awesome. And it is your big girl job now. I think this has easily become something that is so recognizable. You've done a really great job of not only building a business that has a respectable reputation for having quality product, but also really great product that's fun to look at, fun to style, fun to wear. And that's really great for your customers because you offer such a wide range. Talk a little bit about what work goes into selecting all of these pieces? Because when I just go into a turquoise place, my eyes get wide and I want everything. So how do you go about picking the pieces that'll be best for your business?
So as somebody, that there was a time that I couldn't afford any, a very small piece. I was a single mom pretty much on a shoestring budget. So when I started my business, it was super important to me to offer something for every price point, every budget, and every taste. It's taken a long time to grow this inventory, but I truly do hand select. My assistant and I hand select every piece that we carry. And it is, like you said, I try to make it an extension of me, like my style, my taste, the things that I really, really love, from our Lucky Chuck socks, which I wear every single day. Yes. I love my Lucky Chuck socks, to, the little turquoise studs that I wear in my second holes every day. So it is overwhelming to shop for turquoise, but truly I just try to make it accessible, affordable, authentic. We stand behind every piece we sell. And the great thing about authentic jewelry is you can repair it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's really cool and special what you're doing. I know everybody that's watching is very interested in this at the moment. So talk about where they can find you here in Las Vegas, and then how everybody at home can follow along and shop with you as well.
So we are at the Roper Cowboy Marketplace, which is at the Horseshoe Hotel and Casino. We're booth 329. We go live on TikTok 5 to 6 times a week, my assistant or I. But so you can shop with us on TikTok. We have a website. We have a Facebook group, Instagram, all of the things. But we would love for you to check us out, and hopefully we can help you find something you love.
Megan Lee, Turquiose In Style. Come check her out here in Vegas, and of course, follow along and shop with her all year round. Megan, thanks for being here. Hey friends, welcome back to Roots Run Deep Vegas edition. I'm here with Mary Jo and Jeff from Triangle Tea Boutique. They are a staple here in the Roper Cowboy Marketplace. One of the first booths that everybody comes to year after year, undoubtedly, because the selection of what you have is absolutely unmatched. Not only is it on trend, but it's a lot of timeless pieces as well. So great job curating everything. Mary Jo, thanks for taking the time to be with me here today. I'd love to introduce you to everybody at home. Tell us a little bit about your roots and where you come from.
My name is Mary Jo Anderson. This is my husband, Jeff. He is from a ranching family in Oregon. My family is from Marsing, and we farm. And so now together, collectively, we live in Marsing and we farm and ranch together. And we do the clothing boutique as well with our 3 kids. So it's kids, cows, and clothes all together and crops.
And crops, the important part,
Yeah.
right? Such a heart in the agriculture and Western worlds. You've had the boutique for a lot of years now, and it's grown an incredible community of people all across the country that are not only loyal and devoted shoppers, but they also really care about you behind the brand. So I'd love for you to tell everybody how they can shop with you here and then also online.
Sure. We are here at the Roper Cowboy Marketplace. We are here at the Horseshoe. As Kenzie said, we're one of the first booths when you walk in. Our booth number is 234, so you guys can find us here. We also are online at triangletboutique.com. You can join our text club and our email club to always stay in the loop to everything, as well as our app where we do weekly and bi-weekly live sales as well. So that way, all of our app download subscribers, they always get first dibs at all the new stuff.
There's also a couple big events throughout the year that we can find you at, because I know that's important for people if they're not going to make it to the NFR. What are some of the highlights?
Yeah, we go to a handful of shows that are local to us, kind of in that Pac Northwest region. So we do Snake River Stampede, Caldwell Night Rodeo, of course, the Big Loop Rodeo in Jordan Valley. And our newest one that we have added to our list this year was Market in the Mountains in Springdale, Washington. And that was really a really cool event to go to. So if you're in that area, plan on that next year. And of course, always Pendleton Roundup in September.
That's always a good time. That's a great lineup for people to find you at. I've got one more question for you before I ask Jeff a pretty important question here too. I want to have you just kind of tell people when it goes to picking merchandise and stocking your business and with products from all kinds of different brands, what is the heart behind that and the mentality when you're putting these collections together?
A lot of our style, we've got everything that a ranch wife could wear from our area and our Wrangler pieces. And then we do bring in some more like trendy and boutique style clothing that, you can wear in Vegas, you can wear on your girls' night out, as well as like engagement and family photos. So we try to be pretty all encompassing, which sometimes gets a little hard. So when you look at our website, which is why we put it into collections, so that way each time it's all curated, just specific for events. But a lot of our pieces too, we try really hard to be able to use them so that they're staple pieces in your closet, so you can always restyle them and wear them different ways.
That's awesome. And Jeff, of course, we can tell that she is quite the business mind here. We know she's a wife and a mom too. As someone who is able to see her put in the hard work day after day and year after year, especially putting in events like this, how proud of you are? How proud of her are you? And what are your thoughts on the incredible woman that Mary Jo is? We're going to compliment her for a minute.
Well, I've always been super proud of her. She works harder than anybody I know, damn sure harder than me. And she provides so much for our family with this business. And she's always taken the time to do everything she can with the kids and help me out, whether it's farming, which I dang sure need a lot of help with, cows too, occasionally when I can get it. But no, she works very hard and super proud of her.
And I know she's thankful for you coming. Oh, we're getting emotional. That was my goal. I know she's also just as proud of you, and you guys make a really great team. It's beautiful that you're here, and we appreciate you coming on the show and spending some time with us, y'all. Mary Jo and Jeff from Triangle Tea Boutique. Come check them out here in Vegas, and be sure to follow along online all year long. Our next segment here is a really exciting one. We are surrounded by tooled leather, and there is no better place to be. We're in Alamo Saddlery at the Roper Cowboy Marketplace, and I'm joined with one of my sweet friends, Leah Martin. Leah, thanks so much for joining me on the show today. You guys might recognize her. She was on the show with us last year, but I wanted to bring you back on. We've got to talk about the brand, introduce you to the folks at home, and also tell them how we can shop. But before we get into that, tell me about your roots and how you're tied to the Western industry.
Okay, so my family and I were saddle makers. We started off doing trees probably like 1996, and we've just grown it from there. Saddle trees, saddles, and then the leather goods. I kind of started that about 7 years ago, and here we are.
That's awesome. And it really has grown. It's such a family business. What is one of your favorite parts? Because I know you have a hand in a lot of the product development too.
My favorite part is probably just being in the industry, I would say, and keeping it thriving and alive, and keeping and taking it back to its roots, which is all handmade, which is what I love.
And I think Western fashion has really changed the game as far as online shopping is concerned, and people are able to have access to these kinds of pieces when they don't live close to you, or when they're not able to come to something like the national finals. They can access you all year long, and you do such a great job with your social media pages as well. How can people follow along, and how can they shop?
You can follow us on Instagram at Alamo Saddles, Facebook at Alamo Saddlery, TikTok at Alamo Saddlery, and then of course we have our website, which is alamosaddlery.com.
We love a consistent brand that has the same name across all platforms. As I mentioned, you have quite the hand in the product development. What are some of your top picks and favorites year after year?
For this year would definitely be our coolers. We have a collapsible cooler, which is drenched in leather, and then we have a retro cooler, which is also, it's like a retro feel, but it's also drenched in leather, so that's really cool. And then obviously, like, I'm obsessed with our handbags.
Yes.
So if you guys are going to pick up anything, I would suggest those two. And of course, a saddle.
Yeah. You can't go wrong when it comes to anything here at Alamo Saddlery. Leah, thank you so much for joining me on the show today. You've been a joy. You're such a sweet friend. You're such a supporter of all of us in the Western industry. And this really is a beautiful family-run business. Be sure to check them out online and come see them at the Roper Cowboy Marketplace this NFR. Today I'm sharing a recipe that has become a staple in our ranch house, warm caramel apple sauce made with bourbon. Now, full disclosure, this is one that you kind of have to eyeball based on how big of a crew you're feeding that day, but I did go ahead and measure out some increments for you guys. So here's how I usually whip it up. We'll start by melting 2 sticks of butter. Once your butter's melted, keep it over just medium heat and add in coarsely chopped apples. Today we're using about 10. We're also going to sprinkle in about 1/4 cup of cinnamon and 2 cups of brown sugar. We'll also add in about 1/4 cup of pineapple juice for some sweetness and about 1 cup of bourbon. We'll stir to combine just one more time, and then you want to cover and let this come to a boil. Once the apples were boiling, I just went ahead and uncovered it and let it simmer until the apples were cooked and soft. Now, there's a couple different ways that I like to serve this sauce. It is delicious over vanilla ice cream, but you can also jazz up a store-bought cake mix. I went with a spice cake because of the complementary flavors. If you're feeding a crowd, just pour it over the top of your 9x13 dish. Or for a fun little dessert on the go, squares of the cake mix great with this filling in a little mason jar topped with whipped cream. And you can also make your spice cake into cupcakes, scoop out a little bit of the center, add your filling, top it with a delicious cream cheese frosting, and that's always a hit at the local bake sale. Now, this warm caramel apple bourbon sauce is one that I've made a lot through the years. It feeds cowboy crews and dignitaries that come through the ranch house. And even though it's not a recipe in my cookbook, there are lots of other great ones in here. You can go to my website to pick up a copy. They're great for holiday gifting.